Hello, Divine Sunshine. This is Divine Sunshine coming to you with a channeled message about for the TFs or the DMs and the DFs. Using the two songs September by Barry White and September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. These songs, one of them, September, has been going, the Barry White version has been going over and over and over, playing over and over again in my head. Also, Blissfully Intuitive, her and her son has been pretty much been singing the same song, and it's been going over and over again in their head. So I said, well, let me kind of look at a comparison. I wish I was like a DJ, could hit the ones and twos and do a mix of both of them, but I couldn't play it on YouTube even if I wanted to, because YouTube would say where's the rights, and so I don't have copyrights. But I would love to hear both of those two songs mixed together and mix and a remix to kind of see. But as you probably are knowing, and you can see pretty much from all other different channels, something big is happening in the month. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. I might as well almost keep the thing going so I can hit notifications too. I got a ring there. It's happening in September. Before I go into that, and remembering also, this is a nice shameless plug and segue into September for me, which is that this Saturday I will be hosting at September the 7th. I said the wrong date on the Jubilee 11 levels thing. I said September 4th, but it's September the 7th at 11 a.m. Central. I will continue on with my September month series, my 5-month series on healing the inner child. And so in healing the inner child, the next topic is abandonment. If you are seriously working on clearing out those energies as far as from the past, I would definitely strongly recommend that you tune in this Saturday at 11 a.m. My class, 11 a.m. 11:20 a.m. Sorry, because I forget that. Also, the Jubilee 1111 has her class, and I usually back it up so you could take a little break, washroom, get you a snack, and then you're ready to come in on for mine. So it's 11:20 a.m. Is my time, and usually the class runs to 1, so I have to kind of warn you. Sometimes it has 1 to 1:15. This time it shouldn't go that long, because last time I was doing a combination of introducing the what is inner childhood and what's the importance of it. And this Saturday I'll just be concentrating on abandonment, maybe do a little bit of review about what we did with exploration. I hope many of you all, those of you all that have taken the class, you all are going back over that stuff. I know I'm working with Adele. It's helping a lot. I'll talk about that in my class of how taking the 2 tools I taught, because even when I teach the class, I'm teaching myself. I go back and kind of like, okay, the 5th D usually takes over, and then I look and see, okay, well, what is the 5th D saying? where's my higher self? What did she say? And so I see that. And so please do make sure you go through that. I'll segue into that, since I'm talking about that, is also I'm kind of sensing, and this is what spirit and guides we've been talking about, and I'm telling my guides and my higher self and having a conversation in angels, that I'm thinking it's starting to get a little too complicated. And what I mean by that is we getting so many different things getting thrown at us about what we should do, what we should not do, whatever it is. And it's almost just like I bow to the side. Just like what in behind me, it came to me, say, you know that, what that picture you got behind you? I was like, yeah, that's what it is. KISS. We got to keep it simple. The 3 main things that spirit guides say brought to me is say the main thing is past, present, and future. Look where you can get your thing is to get straight, is to look back at the past and see what things you need to heal. Present, make sure that you're moving forward presently and doing the things that you're supposed to be doing as far as getting into mission and getting into purpose. And then future, looking at how what you're doing now is going to affect the future. Now I know you say, oh my God, that's easy said than done, but Spirit brought to me and said it's just that simple. We're getting to the point that thank you, maybe I got a class. We're getting to the point. Oh, got 100 out of 100. Yay, on my paper. Okay, we're getting to the, maybe it's saying it's agreeing 100%. Oh, thank you. I like that. The thing. We're getting to the point that is getting too overly. Oh, my thing is on upstairs. It's getting too overly complicated. Let me unhook. I didn't unhook from my stuff upstairs. Bluetooth. Unconnect. Yeah, disconnect. Thank you. Because I'm hearing stuff upstairs, but I ain't hearing no minds. It's getting too complicated. It is. And you're getting to the point that I was getting to the point that some of the stuff I knew was working, and then I go listen and look at somebody else's, and they like, you don't, if you're not listening and doing what I say, yada, 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 or this is what I know works, and whatever it is like that. And, we just have to remember also on this journey that we have to do what things work for us. If you know it's working and you're seeing it getting results, then by golly, keep on doing it. Don't, like I said, there's no sense, I hear my dad say, no sense of throwing the baby out with the bath water. If it's still working, if it's not broke, don't fix it. If you know that it gets results, then keep that into your routine. Next thing I want to also move on into is the union. This union I'm seeing now is looking very different from each one of us. Some of us that I have been seeing and on other channels and other places that say they're in union, and I'm looking and saying, okay, that's not the definition of union that I thought it was. But then I'm not saying who's right. I'm just saying like Janet Jackson, who's right and who's wrong. Dum, dum, dum. What have you done for me lately? Dum, 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 dum. Ooh, yeah. So I don't know if that is really it. Who's right and who's wrong? I'm better and saying, what have you done for me lately as far as being on this journey? What it is as far as union. You got to really take retrospection for yourself to see. Because if you were saying from what I'm seeing from other channelers or readers is saying that, then I would be like, yeah, well, then I'm in union. I'm constant in contact with my DM. I could call him and see him at any time, yeah. Minus the other situation, the third party situation. So I'm kind of right now trying to understand that. So yeah, it's me in union, and then we're intertwined with each other, and we're entangled, or our energies are mixing with each other, and we're practicing the infinity sign, then yes, then that would be saying, so then yes, I would be in union. I don't have the physical where I could get up in the morning and I kiss and I see him right there every moment of the day. Then I'm kind of confused. I'm just going to be serious on that as far as what the union is. So if union is this being like together like that, then yes, I am in union. But if it's any other kind of ways like the physical 3D where we're sharing the same space, we haven't moved into that yet. And not saying we're not getting there with that. So, and that's maybe just something that I got to kind of check my own self with. I keep it real. I keep it 100 on the station. And that's it. So I just really want you to bring that out there again. I think I did a video on that. Maybe I need to revisit it myself. They're like, are you in union? You just don't know it. And you're right. You might be. And I might have forgotten my own saying. That's why I say my stuff is channel. It ain't me talking all the time. Now, this is me talking. It's not the 50. I must move me out the way and let the 50 higher self drop down. But those are just some things that you kind of got to keep in mind too. What is actually union? If you see somebody's own definition on another channel what union is, that's great. And it fits, like I said. But if it don't acquit and fit, you must acquit, as Johnny Cocker says, with you on the definition. So that's just some things to kind of keep in mind, that sometimes maybe we don't know and we need to be grateful. And I told you, the universe will not bless you with the next level until you understand and be grateful for the level that's already been presented to you. Okay, and so, and that presented could be, I see the adjacent possibilities card. It could be just right around the corner. And it's like, well, she don't recognize, so just hold on a second till she become one and understand that she's already in union we can't bring the physical thing in yet until she kind of gets that together. And also, again, for us to be able to have a union, you got to do the work. You got to do the work. You can't go magic, presto, change your, twinkle your nose like Sabrina the witch, Bewitched. It don't work that way. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. Why you have to do the work is because of you don't want to get into union, physical 3D union, where you're sharing the same space union. So maybe it's different degrees of that. So it's communication union, got that. And then it's with 3D, like we live together in the same space union. Okay, that part. You can't get into that. And if you're talking about physics, same two things can't occupy the same space. If you messing with, you got junk, and he's messing with, and he got junk, and you trying to put those both into the same space, it's not gonna work. It's that Erica about to do. Bag lady, you gonna miss your bus, dragging all those bags like that. So if you got all them bags like that, and I'm coming with baggage, and you come with baggage, it ain't gonna work. Okay. Somebody's got to change gears there. We got to get rid of your stuff. You got to get rid of your stuff. And we coming on there with two different kinds of things as far as either our mission and purpose. And we coming together and bring that together. That way we can be able to share that same, occupy the same space. But you come with negativity and negative ions and neutrons or whatever, and you come with negative thing, whatever, that's just not gonna work out itself. Okay, so you've got to have some kind of opposition in some ways in order for, they're saying, for the two things to share the same, but you can't have the same stuff. Negative plus negative is more negative. Did I take algebra right on that one? Okay. You know, so it depends on which way you're going with it. What is it, like negative and the positive subtracted from each other? Then that becomes to a positive. Something, I mean, you know, all this stuff that we're talking about, the physics, math, all that stuff, it all adds up together. I mean, you know, really on that. But my thing is that we've got to watch it as far as why we have to do the work. We got to go back again. The three key things about to be is say, if you just keep it simple, look to your past, look to your present, and look to your future. The things, the keys, the elements are right there. So if you got some inner child things, and you got to really, on this journey, you got to be honest with yourself. This is just a talk. I'm not going to do cards on this one. This again is, you got to be honest. You can tell with yourself. You would come out of your own body and look at yourself. You can tell if you can kind of really live with yourself. You know, I always remember it was one question. It said, if you could marry yourself, would you? That's subjective. So my thing is if you could do that, would you do that? No, I know with me, I got a couple of things. It's about three major things I like to see kind of removed about myself that I know that I've got to work on. And then I'll probably be ready. I would be ready to even marry my own self, you know, at that point. It's just three things. And just got to kind of like work on those things. And some of those things stem from childhood. And that's why you have to do the work to be able to progress and move forward. But in the meantime, in the present, like they said, what are you working in with, as Eckhart Tolle is saying, in the now, that's going to help you prepare you for the future. So again, past, present, future. That's just it. Okay, those are the three things. If you take my stuff, that's another thing. If you take my stuff and you say the philosophy again, that's beautiful. I don't mind anybody to taking the stuff of that. Just make sure you remember where you got it from. But yes, past, present, and future. That's what they say. It say just keep it simple. That's it. That's just like Jesus. It's his teaching. His main thing was just to love. If you love yourself, if you love, you're going to love your neighbor. You're going to love yourself. You're going to love this. He say it's just real simple. But some kind of way, the wheels still get off the track. We still looking back. And we still in lack. Period. Getting all this stuff together. So he said, they just about to be saying, it's just real simple. Work with that past, that present, and your future. And you should be on your way. Okay, so speaking of time, past, present, and future, the song that keeps on coming to me is Barry White's September. Now, I posted this on the community board, and I will also post, I think also Blissfully Intuitive did a link to show you about the song that she was talking about as well as September for Earth, Wind, and Fire, the elements. Now, why this is so poignant, because I'm going to go through the lyrics, here. So we're going to do a channel message from the DM or to the TF community through a song. So she ain't got no cards? No. And you know how much I have with me in songs. There's a message in everything. You ain't got to get that all the time, the cards and stuff like that. If you're really intuitive, they'll bring it to you through that. So, I see you blinked on that one. So, okay, the words is September, when I first met you, remember. Okay, so in the month of September, what we're going to be doing is remembering. It's not even the DM is going to remember who we are, which is true. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, for the clarification for that. So he said, yeah, the DM is going to start to remembering things. He's going to have either like daydreams or something in the dream is going to trigger him, something that you may say, something intuitively in his spirit makes the shift. Okay. That in tune is also within each one of us, because remember, we carry both energies. The twin flame carries the divine feminine and the divine feminine and the divine masculine self. So you're going to, in within yourself, something within you is going to also remember as well how your way of thinking, your thinking will shift. I know that even with myself here lately, I've been telling and reminding myself I'm divine. I don't know, I've been watching very carefully my thoughts. And you'll probably be doing the same thing. It's finding a lot of times if you're looking at your thoughts and saying, okay, is this really divine? Like you're really shifting it to say, okay, really getting into the point to understanding that if you are divine, I mean, you're a master manifester, okay? I've gotten to the point that it has gotten to that point that I didn't have now people giving me just money, or I'm finding money anywhere. And I was like, okay, now we're in this, because it's really meant to say I shouldn't be in the thought of lack mentality. This isn't who I am. I'm starting to remember. I remember even when I was younger, the stuff was I would just show up and I would win stuff. I remember showing up to this some auction. Dad was trying to get computers and stuff, and they called my name. Dad had already got a computer, and then I won a computer. And it was like, okay, you know, why we here for two? I think he was getting a computer for himself, and then I'll end up winning a computer too. And so then we had two. We went out there with two computers, you know. And I said I got to kind of get back to that sovereignty, to that clean slate where it's just remembering, like when I came here, my manifesting self. Also, it said, oh, what a day it was. Everything was so clear. So one day is just going to hit. It's just going to be real clear. All the fogginess stuff is just going to kind of go away. And it's going to be some clarity. You're going to have a moment of clarity about as to who you are, your true identity. Oh, there's something about that day. I could feel it in the air. So we're knowing that right now what's going on is in the environment. We're having a lot of shifts in energy. You got all these different moons and cycles going on, and the Virgo, and the this. I don't portray to be that because I don't want to be misquoting on stuff. But there's a lot of celestial and a lot of planetary movements and shifts that is making the energies very ripe for manifestations, for getting into union, for coming together, for the DM to start remembering, for the DF start to say, get her shit together. Well, that's true too. If that's it, then we start really saying, okay, I got to start working on self. This to me, when I looked at this, is talking about when I first met you, is really meeting yourself for the first time all over again. It's like getting reacquainted with who you are. So it's like, hello, hi, my name is Divine Sunshine. It's like, oh, hi, pleased to meet you. My name is Divine Sunshine too. It's not just sunshine, it's divine, you know. So getting really reacquainted with ourselves over again in the month of September. Going back to that focus, I seen on, it's called Elephant Journal. It was talk about the art of Maitri, which is an old thing, which is like really is not. He said he don't like self-care. He said he don't like that because most time people think self-care is about like salt baths and candles and all this bubble bath and all this stuff and mud mass and going for massages and all that stuff. He says behind that is really practicing self-love. Like I did then. I know I had readings and people were asking, where's my reading? Where's my this? But I was bone tired. I was going through stuff. I was doing downloads, getting new information, things put into me. My DM was catching it on him. His thing, he dropped his phone in the toilet, help us Jesus, and that was a whole different issue. He going stir crazy because he got to go back time without no kind of phone whatsoever. So I'm picking up his energy while I'm trying to anchor for me, and I'm trying to anchor for him, and I'm trying to get the downloads and trying to clear and transmute for the whole universe and the whole collective. And I was like, oh my God, I'm just tired. So I thank God that I came up with that bliss challenge, which I joined. I'm so glad to hear that Maleficient is doing it as well on her channel. That I kicked it off, and she took it and said, okay, I'm gonna do it on my channel, and I'm gonna go take off with it. So I thank her for doing that. She's tagged to between her and Jupiter 11, both of them tagged to. Like, okay, I got it. We're gonna take it to the next level, and I love that. That's why we're a community. That's what we're all supposed to be about. Okay. So the next thing is, suddenly I knew why I felt the way. Suddenly I knew why I felt that way, because again, if something is going to eternally click, just like I said for myself, say I'm divine. These thoughts and these things, the way I'm doing things, are not lined up with my divinity. But bump and forget about what the DM doing on his end or whatever he's doing. This really is all about me, about what's my agenda. Again, keep it up with what they had said: the past, the present, the future. Okay, what am I doing here? And so then I'm trying to find my words again. So the moment I laid eyes on you, this goes two ways. I get a fork in the road. So again, you could be saying again, some of us is really maybe looking at ourselves. Eyes, I don't know why I'm looking at it like the third eye. Really using your third eye and really using your vision to be able to see. Where do you see you? Past, present, future. Where do you see the divine counterpart going? The past, present, future. Where you all see together. Okay. Him, maybe I'm seeing, because since he's more so in the physical thing, he's looking to see you in the physical, in the 3D differently. Okay. I think about Sophia saying that a lot of times when they do X or have sex, they kind of doing that because they can't do like us. We can intuitively look at them and say, you still at square one. You haven't done any changes. The divine masculine says he has to. I'm not saying that. That's in my mind. The divine masculine has to make contact with you physically to kind of gauge and tell, as you all swap energies, as you're doing the act, to kind of know, like, yeah, she's changed here, but she still need work here. She changed here, but she still need work here. So that is one of the reasons why the divine masculine has to have that kind of interaction with you. It's just, I'm really trying to, it's like almost taking the love there, the love stick or whatever you want to call it, a little joystick, let's say that, and really trying to end so he can really kind of like be able to really see, like a temperature gauge, to kind of really see what's going on. So like the joystick is for other things, it's not just for one thing only. But so it's like that's the way you swapping and you kind of merging energies together. It's like I'm plugging in to actually see what's going on as far as that. Okay. And he says, girl, I just had to say, please let me be the one you give your love to. So at that point, emotionally, what I'm picking up is that the divine masculine is going to open himself up to his emotions. It's not going to be again with that guard and the barrier up all the time. That goes in the 3D and the 5D. Within himself, it's like, okay, you want her? Okay, let's go on here. We can have her. Okay, let's put the guard down. Let's put the barriers down. Let's go ahead and respect like the card that I have there, the orphan card, where I say it's like he feels like in some kind of way he put you up on the pedestal and you kind of sitting there, and like he say he left you out in the cold and it's like that. And then there's another one that is also he puts her up on the pedestal, the happy card, and the happy ending thing, and was you up on the pedestal, like no, it's come to the edge. Yeah, come to the happy is up on the new thing, and then it's another one coming to the edge. So like really I'm picking up both of them. So okay, so he wants to have this happy ending with you, but he also knows in order to do that he's got to come to the edge. So I've seen two cards in my mind with that. That's another download. Some of them I'm not going to need the cards too much anyway. It'll show me what it is too. That's why I said sometimes if I go off, let me go off and don't bother me every minute and a minute saying where's this. If I say that, I thank God for those of you all that understood. But okay, I'm not gonna get off in a tangent. Respect to the readers. Let me just say that. Be kind like the shirt. Respect the readers when they tell you I need a little time out, because it works to your benefit, because we're getting new gifts being gifted to us as well. So if they say hold on, I know I got you, then you say go on goody, because we about to get some good stuff now. Because they really getting prepared. Right. So extra, something else is coming on board with them. So again, he wants to find, he knows doing this is going to have him help the happy card. And it's also, he knows that he orphaned you again, but it's also knowing that it's going to make him come to the edge. And while you coming to the edge, it's going to help you to be able to spread the love emotionally, be very light, and go with the music. And he really wants to, I think he really wants to have this communication with you too as well, to let you know that please to me is like forgive me. Okay, this is what I'm picking up too. So he wants to say, he wants to have this conversation so you can forgive him too in this month of September. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to start. Okay, so if we live with this through all of this, that's how we make every day anew. So again, that's why I was picking up like the forgiveness card. Again, it's coming to the edge thing. So it's like if we live with this through all of this, that's how we make everything every day anew. Learn from the past mistakes. We know this happened with the karmic situation or the 3D party, whichever. I always say, it's person, place, a thing. Don't have to always be a person. I've been saying that. Sophia Charles said, she said the same thing, and I've been saying that every party could be a person, place, a thing. That ain't no brand new thing, and only been filtered and channeled to one person. I've been saying that on this channel for that. So my thing is that you gotta kind of like watch that to see, because that part there is something that we don't want that to kind of continue on. Again, what's the catch thing? In your past, leave it in your past. Don't bring it into your present. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, spiritual confirmation. And don't bring it into your future, okay? So this is how we bring it anew. We deal with it, we learn from it, and then we start anew from that point on, okay? September, when I first met you, remember, okay? Again, he's remembering it. So it's a kind of like a constantly, he either getting downloads, it's kind of a lot of visions, daydreaming, aha moments, aha towers, things of those things that's coming to him, that's making him thinking, oh my God. So when I think of him, remember, I'm talking about you, your divine masculine, the way you thinking too. This is an opening of remembering in your identity of who you are is for you as well, so is it for him. So don't just get happy like, oh my God, he waking up, yay. No, you waking up too, as far as in your thinking. So you coming into your divinity as well, as far as into this divine unisoul partnership here. Okay. And so then he said, oh, what a night it was, how I had it planned. Now, what I pick up from that is at night, again, that's like illusion, not being able to see, because most time it's pitch black. It's the darkness there. Okay. Even in the darkness, he had some expectations. He had some things in which he expected or had planned to have happened in this relationship, in this thing here with the divine unisoul partnership. Okay. And it says the things, okay, getting confirmation again. Okay, how the things I would say and do, the way I would hold your hand. So he's thinking about, to me, divine masculine is thinking about the worldly way of how to romance you, the worldly way of how to love you. Those things, even holding your hand, that's the physical things. Most time when they do the touching and the holding of the hands, that's another kind of symbolism to let you know they're saying, okay, this person really loves me. Okay, and so the next line is, but when you rushed into my arms, there was nothing left to say. Okay, rush into his arms. I'm thinking at this point that the divine masculine is going to get enough nerve to either communicate with you or to actually come physically and visit you. Some of you all might get an actual visit where he sees you. Okay, some of you all are at the point that maybe when you see this video, I hope that I'll open up a way for the divine masculine. I'll open it up for you to say, leave what happened in the past. What did the spirits and guides tell you? Real easy peasy. Past, present, future. That's it. That's all. That's how you file that. Leave that stuff in the past. Now let's deal with what we can do in the present. Some kind of way when you all see him, you're going to be saying, being thankful, thank God, whatever it has happened, and he comes to you honestly, you could tell from your heart to heart that, you know what, he wants to do this. I could tell in him, I ain't got to have the divine feminine say, I ain't got to have sex to know that you didn't change. I could tell just from being in your energy field if there's some change. Or the spirit will also tell me, because remember again, you're getting through your divine masculine self these messages that are really actually telling you what's going on with the DM. And by that time when he sees you, because you also understanding who you are, you also understanding who they are. And at that point, you probably will be saying, oh my God, like somebody like open arms and you go running. It's like, oh my God, I've been parted from you so long. Whatever you did in the past, we're going to leave it in the past and we're going to start from here. We're going to start a clean slate, because you have seen some people say, oh my God, I see you so long. You running like they have in the movies, and you run to that person. To me, it looks like when the divine feminine runs, it's just like I done actually done dropped everything that has been prior to, because you've been doing the work. It's like it say it's not worth it. Some of that stuff that I was holding against you really wasn't your stuff, divine masculine. Some of that stuff was from my inner child. Some of that stuff was from my adulthood. Some of that was from my past lives. Right? You all agree with it or not? Those things do play a part as to why you are not, in union. That belch, that means you got to release that up. Some of y'all got to regurgitate some of that stuff up. Okay? And so, again, never forget that night. I'll never forget that day. So, never forget about that. Some of them could be coming from the dark night of the soul. Okay? Having those tower moments, which could be very dark. Okay? Getting ready, I think about the moon and illusions coming out and getting into your intuitiveness awareness and stop relying on the illusions that's being presented to you. And so from that point on, he said, I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget that night about what happened. I was in darkness when you left, when you weren't there with me. And I'll never forget that day, which to me is like an awakening all at once. The illusion left. So that means it's like the night, the moon, and the sun. I'm seeing the sun card there. So I think about what Jupiter 1111 talked about that, about the sunshine thing. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Do, do, do. And it thought is every day. Do, do, do. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. And it always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, do, do, do. I know. Yeah, better leave that girl alone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. So when I think about leave that girl alone, you know what I'm thinking about. So anyway, my thing, it could be that third party situation, person, place, a thing, or it could be actually that. So if we talk about that, so I always twist it around like that. I know she also seen the other ones, Sunshine, which is funny. I have for my DM, he gave me They say, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when stars like rain. Well, that part. That part there, he gave me one. We first started out, he gave me one. And I still got it to this day. And it say, please don't take my sunshine away. Because that's what he calls me. That's where I got that name from, Divine Sunshine from. So, my thing is that the day recognizes and symbolizes for the awakening. The night is being away from you, not being able to see the relationship for what it is, what it means, what it truly is, that is divine. You just knew it. In September, when I first met you, you say, well, hey, you met me 20 years ago. No, that don't mean anything. Mine's reminding me, like, we've been at that 10 years. Yeah, okay. We've been, I know you 10 years. I said, okay. All right. It don't matter. I remember also readers said that also, and I think maybe Sophia Charles has said that as well. Say it don't matter about how long ago. It's like when this journey actually started. This is when you start counting. And so right now, starting in September, I believe in rolling to December, is where we're going to start seeing the changes. The catalyst is starting to begin. Not very quickly, because I just want to do this 30 minutes. I got to get to some of these readings that way. The other one, the Earth, Wind, and Fire song, it's got a lot of lies here. So, okay, I'm going to try to go through it real quick because I wanted to address that one too. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Okay, so unity, intuition, and awareness, 2 and 1 and 21 together makes 2 and 1 makes 3, which makes the Trinity. Somewhere, I don't want y'all to be talking about, I'm looking for September 21st, something going down. It might be some celestial thing. Again, like I said, I don't profess to know that. Look and see if there's anything on September 21st that is going on that is celestial at that time. If not, we talk about sometime in September, these things are going to start happening. Because, again, love was changing. Love was changing the mind of pretenders. Some of us at this time, again, that goes back to the theme of the other song, like I said, have been pretending. Not really, like I call it, like Sophia Charles said, the surface level. We've been doing surface divine, feminine, divine masculine, ain't doing the work, ain't really getting down there, pushing up our sleeves, getting dirty, messing up our nails, getting down there to the grime and filth of it all. So we've been pretending between the divine feminine through this connection, okay? Every time I move up, it moves that way. While chasing the clouds away. So we're trying to get all this cloudiness, which means, again, not getting clarity of understanding. Going back to the other song again, where it said it was clear. We're getting some clarity. So we got to kind of, we got to get rid of those clouds. Those things are what we thought we knew, which is messing with the illusions, not being able to see, because even the sun is always still out, but with the clouds up there, then it was like, what happened to the sun? But it's always still. So the sun to me represents divinity. It's always been there, but the clouds have been hiding this, so we wouldn't be able to see that as well. Our hearts were ringing, opening up the heart chakra, okay, because that when that starts to happen in September, our heart, we're going to get a lot of heart chakra activity going on, okay? And then our souls were singing, okay? So again, rejoicing to be just saying, thank you, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. So you doing that, he's like, thank you, Jesus. She finally got it. Oh, thank you, Jesus. He finally got it. As we dance in the night, again, learning how to take those dark night of the soul issues, or the darkness, or not knowing things, and learn how to make the best of it and just dance with the rhythm of life regardless of it, okay? Remember how the stars stole the night away. Again, helping us to understanding what the stars represents hope, renewed faith. That's what they were saying. That's what it just got from me. I didn't know that. With that, in the night, even in the darkness, it was helping. They were still in it because the darkness was coming, and it's like, nah, you just stay in the dark, you know. It ain't gonna get no better. This is about the best we gonna do on this twin flame journey. And the stars came and shined the light and said, no, there's hope here. And then they say, honey, there's an image in body. Never was a cloudy day. Okay, so now my thoughts are with you. His thoughts is always, so all the month of September, his thoughts is going to be with you. I said that in another song again. Holding hands with your heart to see you. Again, they go to hand holding again. Both songs again. Tangible means that physical contact that they want with your heart. Again, the heart activities there. And to see you only, blue talk and love. Blue talk to me again, here is communication. Opening up this here, the throat chakra, which again is, we know for Jupiter 1111, which is the bridge. Being able to manifest, create things to come, manifest into the physical, into the 3D. Talking, love, again, this and this working together. These right here, chakra, heart chakra, and the throat chakra working. Remember how we knew love was here to stay. Again, because these tools are being very active here, this is helping you to remember. I want to also say you probably get some crown chakra activity in September, and the third eye is also going there, because yeah, that's why I remember the true love we share today. Again, they go by today. Understanding true love, not what's been programmed by TV and other people, and then inner child issues, like the pure thing about what love is. And we sharing that today. And then it goes back into the shot, body out, okay, say that you remember. So again, it's again to say that you remember. Both of them is kind of like the DM is saying this to the divine feminine. Divine feminine is saying it like, say that you remember. Don't you remember what we said we was gonna do when we was down here on the 3D? It's like, don't you remember? Again, cloudy, never was a cloudy day. Well, to me when it says that, it's like we've been having some cloudy days. But and don't forget them, because that's going to help us to prepare us as to what we need to do in the present and the future. Okay, golden dreams were shiny days. Again, golden dreams, again, that crown chakra. I told you crown chakra was coming up. I didn't read that. Crown chakra, the golden. Open up, like I said, open up and pouring that golden light into us, to pour it in, so we can open up all the chakras, and really these downloads were shiny days, really seeing everything is glistening. Like I say, that card, I'm seeing the card now that said everything that glitters, not all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. So that is one of the cards there too. So again, learning how to take the mask off. Learning to see that everything that's glittered, that you thought was glittering, like, ooh, this good, it was actually some fool's gold, wasn't really the true gold that you was chasing after, okay? With that, now bells was ringing, our souls was singing, again, something to rejoice about, ringing, again, I think about Archangel Raphael, he rings a lot of bells and sirens and things, let you know that that's divine truth that is happening in the 3D again, and that is it. Yeah, it goes by the body. Say that you remember, body. Dancing in September, body. Never was a cloudy day. Body. Say that you remember, body. September, body, golden dreams were shiny days. Da da da, ba ba da da ba da da, ba 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 da da ba da 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 da, ba da 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 ba da 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 da. All right, that is the end. Until next time. Stay enlightened, stay uplifted, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you.